Ladies and gentlemen, transvestites and transvestitettes.
People who have hangnails on their middle fingers.
People without legs that have bigger problems. We just watched Extreme Rules. We are now 5, 10, whatever minutes removed from the pay-per-view.
Power just went off for a second.
Did it?
I'm sorry.
Did it?
Yeah, the light just turned off.
That's crazy.
Well, look at that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Someone just fucking ran into a post outside, I guess, and is dead. Or the evil spirits of wrestlers past and now come back to haunt us. But yeah, we watched Extreme Rules. I predicted that it would be up and down. There's definitely some downs. There's definitely a little bit ups here.
Yeah, there was.
I mean, you know what? They kicked in the balls at the beginning and then just slowly progressed, like getting better and better and better up through the card.
Yeah.
Started with pre-show, random. I don't even know when this is announced. It's probably yesterday or whatever.
Yeah, this is like
12-hour notice.
trade.
Apollo Crews versus what's his name, Kalisto, that now looks like Drago from the China Down. That's nice. Same mask maker. Or, I don't know. Maybe he likes him. I don't fucking care.
Whatever.
But yeah, so that was a throwaway match for the pre-show. We picked in the spur.
We both picked Apollo.
Spur of the moment. So yeah, that's basically 0 points, right? 0 points for Gryffindor.
Yeah.
And then we actually start the show. We start the show with a good feud. that just doesn't end. You know what I mean? It's just like a girl that just won't, like a hangnail just won't go away. Dean Ambrose versus The Miz.
You gotta zoom in on the hang.
I'm not zooming in on now.
You have to do
I'm
it.
not spending post-production and zooming in on now. So we have this match that just like keeps happening and happening and happening.
Cheap ass.
And just like the whole stipulation of the match is that Dean Ambrose can't get disqualified or the title goes to The Miz. So they do the whole match where it's
Yeah, that was stupid, eh? Where like basically it was like reverse rules, and then some. But then like
the match
they were
itself,
getting counted out. They were getting counted out. Like The Miz got counted out.
it wasn't much of a match. It was just like a regular match, but if Dean gets disqualified,
It was extremely stupid rules.
It's not like, Miz can use a chair and Dean can't use a chair. It's now both of them can't use a chair, but if Dean uses a chair, then Miz gets the title. It's one of these like stupid fucking.
But you know what I gotta say? That part, the part where Miz told Maurice to slap him in the face. He's like, just slap me in the face. He's like, slap me in the face. Boom! Slaps him in the face, and it was just, I kind of wish that was it. I wish it was so perfect. That could have been the ending. I love the fucking Miz. He's such a good he's not the greatest wrestler in the world, but he's just got the greatest heel.
Perfect example of playing your strengths to diminish your weaknesses, and that's exactly what the Miz
is. Perfect. Thank you, Dale. But I really I wish they would have just ended it there because it kind of ruined
a long match.
It was, and it kind of ruined the last little bit. Like even if they did the last little bit and then
Maurice still comes out
and then did that, it would have been cool. It was sort of like they put the build up after the end. And that's how I felt about that match, but it was so good. Either way.
I know what you're saying. So, anyways, we both picked The Miz.
Yeah.
So 5 points.
So ding 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 ding.
Cool, we're 5 apiece, sweet, rad. So then we go on to the next match, and the next match would happen to be the mixed tag between Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, and versus Rich Swann and the hometown boy Rich Swann. Swan, and then Sasha Banks. Being his partner.
I was watching a baseball game, Baltimore and Red Sox, and they were playing music for wrestlers.
That's cool. Well, they're in the
just putting that in there. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a little tidbit.
Yeah. Fuck you, Baltimore.
But yeah, so we both picked Rich, and we both were right, and this both was just a regular mixed tag, kind of girls get some shit in, and the guys get their shit in, and Rich comes away. Crazy Rich is a hometown boy you want, but. Anyways, I guess Vince McMahon doesn't watch 205 Live and realize he's from that area. So let's just skip over it. It's not important to me. So next match, we had Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, and Kid Stick on a pole match, and Vince Russo was nowhere to be found. Thank God.
He was somewhere to be found after they announced it though.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, I'm still alive. Do you mind giving me a job, bro?"
Bro. Yeah, he always says bro.
Fucking guy.
whatever. I mean, you know, it's just.
I said this earlier. I still like the concept of the Viagra on a pole match.
Broken clock was right twice a day. So it was okay. It was a short match.
Gene Snitsky and Kane could have pulled that off.
That's cool. That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I picked Bailey. You picked Bliss.
Yeah.
But this is a short match.
It
And it was a DDT. I fucking love shit ending with a DDT.
Maybe the last
Even though it
match
looks
was-
like the shittiest DDT of all, I fucking still love it.
The last match was long, wasn't it?
No, Dean Ambrose is.
Oh yeah.
But
sorry.
yeah, so
The DDT.
the whole the kendo stick thing, they got it right away,
Mhm.
and they use it back and forth. But more so, Bliss got it, you know, laying it into Bailey,
Yeah.
and then it just ended with the DDT. I love the whole shoulder, the kendo stick thing. That was neat.
Yeah. Wish it broke though. Yeah, whatever.
They wouldn't have had another stick.
I didn't need it. It ended right
But-
after.
So yeah, no, it was really quick. I love it. Anyways, cool. So
Good ending.
You got the 5 points. I got 0. So now you're up. You're up 10. Now I'm down to 5. So that's cool, right? So going in after that match, we had the 4th match of the night, and the 4th match of the night ended up being the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff, versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I don't know if they have a cute name for their tag team or not. In a tag team steel cage match that made me want to fucking not even rub my head against the wall, beat my head against the wall like a Walking Dead zombie. Fucking, you know what I mean? Just like how fucking like just. So like they do the whole like I've escaped, then you've escaped, and then it's like oh I'm gonna stop you, I'm gonna stop this guy. They both get dragged in and rinse and repeat a couple times. And
Yeah.
Jeff got out, and then when Jeff gets out, he's now out, and then he gets back in and does the fucking whisper and wind back into the fucking cage, and then now everything that was before is now gone and erased, and now Jeff's back in the match because he decided to climb back in and nothing. Like what the flying fuck? What the flying fuck? Like seriously, like this is the most stupidest fucking thing of all time. So now he's out, now he's in, and then now no, he's out, and that's what counts.
Has it ever happened where someone has physically climbed up the cage
After bidding out
after
and then getting back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking sure of it.
Okay.
I'm
Now
fucking sure.
what you need to do in your post production, you fucking dick, is look for a fucking video to prove this
I'm not watching
and put it
shit.
right in the middle here between us. So if there is something that has happened where that
I'm
team,
gonna fucking call
No,
it right
hold on.
now. I'm
No,
gonna
shh. If you can find proof where a team did the same thing, but the person that didn't get out first got out, and then the other person that jumped back in was still in, and then that
fucking call
team
it right
won.
now.
If you can find proof of that, then fine. But still, I love how that ended because I called it right before it was gonna happen.
I'm gonna call it right. I'm gonna fucking call it right now that Jeff Hardy was the one that fucking probably did that before.
I'm still trying to understand how like you're not like an extra 5 points than what you are right now.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Because I went on a losing streak.
Okay.
This is when I started going on a losing streak.
Yeah, I know.
This is
But
when shit decided to fucking go wrong for me. Okay, so you picked Sheamus and Cesaro, I picked the Hardy Boys, and obviously they fucking lost, and it's just this mind-numbing fucking bullshit, right? And it's like, oh, now we're both gonna play the Great Escape. You know, we're climbing down the side.
They
and
could've ran out
Boys
the
are climbing
door.
out the door, and
They
it's
could've
like,
ran out the
it's like,
door.
oh my god, who's gonna get to it first? It's like they're trying to protect the Hardy Boys
Yeah.
because they don't want them to look weak. It's like, well, guess what? They fucking lost anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, it's one of those things where the writing staff is like.
looks stupid.
The writing staff is trying to fucking protect these people and make sure that they both look good, and it's like this to do the race, the Great Escape. It's like, how are you just fucking they lose? Like it's like how about like not we play this fucking game of like, you know, trying to fucking, you know, race to the finish line. It's like, oh my fucking god, like
Well, like there was even parts where it's like, I think Matt Hardy went to the corner of the cage to go out the door, and it's like, bro, or up the cage to climb out, and it's like, you motherfucking.
I'm
idiot.
99%
You could
sure.
have literally gone, turned around 180 degrees and gone out the other corner with the open fucking door that Sheamus and I think Matt Hardy was trying
they
to.
could have did this entire thing without Jeff escaping. Because Jeff could have climbed up to the top and then came back and not climbed
You're
out
really,
and then back in.
you're really upset with the whole match overall, I guess.
Because Jeff didn't need to hit the floor.
No,
they could have did this whole fucking like Jeff fucking killed himself because he jumped
because
off
now
the
it makes it
cell.
look like they got fucked over.
Yeah,
in a way.
because in retrospect it's like they have to be like, oh, he came back in and now he's back in the match because he dived back in, because then Matt could have just went, oh, look, those two people climbing down the cell, I'm just gonna run out the door, I'm fine. Like it's like they came out with the fucking the finish before they came in with everything else. And that
Like the other match.
yeah. Well, no, the match itself.
Yeah.
Like it's like they said, well, we're gonna do this great escape, but then what's Jeff gonna do? And then it's like, well, why can't Jeff just climb up and go, fuck that, I'm not gonna climb down. I'm just gonna go, fuck it, like he's done all the time before, dive back in.
Yeah.
Instead of getting out, climbing all the way up, and then diving back in. Like why do we have to have this extra step that fucking null and voids everything, and then the announcers have to cover and be like, well, he dove back in, so now he's back in the match. Like, no. He's fucking out because he dove out and then he's coming back in just out of his own will, right? It's like
No.
that's the dumbest thing that I've seen in a while, and I've seen a lot of dumb things in the fucking company, but it's what
Yes.
it's booking when it comes it's just bad booking, and like whoever fucking deserves like that fucking like lashing deserves it, you know what I mean? Like that's fucking stupid. I hate fucking hate. I hope you trip, I hope you fall, I hope you break your fucking leg, okay? I hope you fucking trip, fucking fall, break your fucking neck.
So
and then
like
have to
5
retire.
years from now, if you ever were to become like pro, they would find this on your like YouTube,
Exactly.
and then
I
you.
hope that writer breaks all his goddamn fingers tonight and just like sits there all day like a fucking slob, fucking useless fucking asshole. Fuck you. Die. like I'm so angry, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like just that great. What we got fucking writers from Friends still writing this fucking shit? Like come on.
Did
like,
you not like the writers from Runs either?
No, I fucking hated Friends.
I think
Friends
your head's blocking the picture.
am I? This is Sandman being crucified. This is our picture of the month.
So you're saying, hold on, then you're saying that the writers that wrote.
Deserve this. Deserve to be fucking crucified. Okay? Fucking die. Okay? Crucify fiction, okay? And like I'm sorry I didn't fucking level this goddamn
shit.
picture out, but fuck you.
Alright?
Anyways, segue. Nintendo Switch style. Anyways, we're going on from the 4th match to the 5th match, and hopefully I'm not as mad about the 5th match, but at the same time, like, it had its stupid fucking moments. I mean, we go on, like, this is the most, like, least extreme fucking card ever.
I told you this.
It's like, this is like softcore porn.
It's
If you wanna,
extremely lame
if,
rules.
if you take fucking the most extreme fucking, like, this isn't even like, okay, I get it, it's not ECW. Hey, we're in PG or Cool Beans. Like, this is like the least extreme rules pay-per-view that I'd rather fucking see, like TLC blows this whole card out of the fucking water to be having like a tables match and a chairs match and a fucking TLC match. This fucking card is the weakest fucking thing ever, and like the only thing that saved it was the main event. But other than that, we had a fucking.
Did you just see
submission
that
match.
light flash again, or am I just blinking and tripping the fuck out?
It's supposed to rain. Maybe it's fucking.
No, it's this fucking light that no
maybe
one's gonna
change
see.
the light bulb. But speaking of not being able to see, I wish I couldn't see this fucking goddamn match. Because like they have this great fucking match, but now it revolves around submissions, and then it's like, oh, he's on the outside and he can't tap out because he's on the outside, but he's gonna tap out anyway. It's like, it's one of these things where it's like, dude, like this whole fucking match revolves around submissions. Like I get it, and like Austin Aries has a submission, and Devil has a submission, and it's supposed to build up to one of the having that submission locked on and they are tapping out. You've literally beat Austin Aries to the fucking ground. Like what is it, like 3 times he's lost in a row to him?
So
It's
Raw
like,
sucks. Raw sucks.
I'm not saying Raw sucks, but I'm saying SmackDown
Raw
is definitely better.
sucks.
But
Yeah, okay. Raw sucks. SmackDown's better.
whatever, SmackDown 2002, rock on. But it's one of these things where it's like you can't have him lose so much because now the credibility of Austin Aries is totally diminished. It's like I don't believe, and this is the guy
Well, not
I don't believe anyone,
necessarily.
but I don't believe in winning
look,
now.
look at Bray Wyatt. He was the fucking new face of fear, and then he lost against Undertaker. And you know this. This is
He
my
lost
personal
more against
opinion.
Undertaker. He
Yeah,
lost against
I know. But the Undertaker match, I think, was the most like meaningful one that he lost, like in the sense of his credibility, because
Streak was over. He
it
could have
was-
lost anyway.
yeah, that exactly. And if they kept the streak, he would have been like literally a year too late. It was the year after. The year after.
Yeah.
If they would have had him there in that same position a year before, it would have fit the Undertaker
Oh, fuck.
streak losing.
That's not even
And-
talking about the streak. The streak
Yeah,
should
no,
have
no,
went to
no,
the
no.
other
I'm
top.
just saying it. What I'm trying to say is people get used and or not necessarily
That's
undercarded,
for sure.
but they lose and they lose and they lose. But everyone still holds their lighters and their lights up for Bray Wyatt. They still like him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that.
But that just preaches the quality of the character because he's like that. Like if it was anyone else, people would be like, boo.
No, it's not like anyone else, man.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
It's not
but
like anyone else. If it
no,
was,
it-
Bray Wyatt is an exception from all this because he's able to take the beating and
But
still come back.
Neville's gone on losing streaks. Like, okay, for actually, you know what? Triple H didn't win a match for almost 3 fucking years straight on a wrestling calendar.
That was on purpose.
I don't care.
And like everything's on purpose.
I don't
but I'm just
care.
saying, like, that
The
was
point
because
is,
of the
every
thing.
single person that watched wrestling at that point said, nah, Triple H or whatever, Williams or Helmsley. I don't know
It's
what.
really easy to come back.
No,
from,
it's Triple H. At that
It's
point.
really easy to come back from losing for like a year or 2 straight when you just go, hey, suck it, and people are like, that's funny. Like anyone can get over that.
But it
point.
didn't
Especially
just
when
start.
you
It
Shawn
didn't
Michaels.
just start like that. Like they started becoming friends, and then that kind of.
I know. I'm saying like that thing just like it would save anything.
But you get what
like
I'm
I said,
saying.
Bray Wyatt has such a strong character that you can fucking set the whole thing on fire and people will still be like, sweet. Like, but it's one of those things where they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't fucking say, well,
No,
we're doing
I
this
agree.
character because then it's gonna hurt in the long run.
I agree,
Like-
but there's always that one person, or not one person, but there's always those people that can get out of it. So sure, he might lose a lot, but he's gonna come out of it. Austin Aries is a big name already. So
Yes.
they can't just keep putting him down the thing.
And Neville
The
has a
whole-
great, but
The
Neville,
whole fact that that he keeps losing is gonna build the fact that when he wins, it's gonna he might win at SummerSlam. You know what I mean?
but no, Neville has a great title reign. I know it's one of the things with
And
2 great
yeah,
athletes,
yeah.
and one of them has to fucking lose. So it's like that's the shitty part. One of them has to.
But they're
lose.
pushing.
They're not doing it to the point. Like they're not doing it to the best of their abilities, and like that's my issue with that. Like you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. And that nasty ending where like he took it on the back of the twisting shooting star, but it's like the red arrow. It was like he was just like waiting and like looking at him, and then he went oh like that. It was like why can't you just be on the ground already and then Neville will find you? Like
Yeah.
Neville doesn't have a problem finding people and landing on them. He's a great athlete. He can precision point right.
Mhm.
It's like he doesn't need that to like like I don't know that bugged me too.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those and great camera angles too, where they could just not show that. You know, but anyways, you picked AA, I picked AA. We both lost. You know what I mean? Maybe I should have picked Neville. So whatever. We
We
finished
both
that.
hoped for something that didn't happen.
Exactly. We finished that match. The Rock's cooking. We finished that match and we go into the main event, the Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules, because they have to have Extreme Rules on Extreme Rules. So that makes sense. I'm glad they're making up for something. So we have, in order here, and well, my order, we have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe. So going in here, it's a total crapshoot because we're thinking the obvious. We're thinking, you know, maybe it's Roman Reigns, maybe it's Finn Balor, but I decided to be different. I picked Bray Wyatt for the most random fucking thing. And then you ended up picking Samoa Joe, which is a dream match. This is
It was kind of a random pick too.
well, yeah, exactly. It's totally random. But this is the dream match going on to face Brock Lesnar, right? Like
And you
it's-
said that too.
Yeah, it's a dream match. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe, and everyone else would be good too. Brock Lesnar, even a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar match is good, but we've seen that enough. That's cool. We can put that away.
Yeah.
Probably gonna see it at WrestleMania, sadly. But it's one of those things where you pick Samoa Joe, I pick Bray Wyatt. We kind of both picked the odd duck.
The odd, yeah,
You know
out
what
of
I mean?
anything.
So, and that's what I was going for. I was going for the odd duck. And then I was also going for the same thing, like whoever gets fed to Brock Lesnar is going to lose because it's Brock Lesnar versus
And that's where I
Brock
was
Lesnar
thinking.
versus Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. So whoever's going into this is going to lose.
And then, and this is where I was thinking, it doesn't always necessarily mean Braun Strowman's going to face him. Like it's set up for that, right? It is set up for that. You think it's going to happen, but it doesn't
Yes.
necessarily mean it
My-
is. And that was where I was like, you know what? Maybe they'll trick us because they've been doing this the last couple of pay-per-views. They've been twisting shit around.
My idea was, well, what I've looked into before, they were building Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar at the next pay-per-view at Great Balls of Fire instead
Yeah.
of SummerSlam. But then
Right.
Braun got hurt, so they moved it to SummerSlam instead of the Great Balls.
Yeah.
Which has now become a great pay-per-view in my mind because of that ad that they had. It was like all 50s and like cool or whatever. So anyways, we have that and that's a thing. So we have this match going on. We have everyone get their shit in. You know, everyone's finishing moves, everyone's signature moves. And then we have when 3 people went through a barricade. We have Seth Rollins hitting the frog splash on someone at the announce table. And then, we have everyone, get their shit in, cool beans, and everyone's down, everyone's hurt. We have, Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt teaming up earlier on, and I'm like, that's cool, whatever, both our picks. And then, towards the end, what was it? What's his name? What happened? Finn Balor ended up knocking Roman, what was it, Roman Reigns, or who was it, with a bunch of shit? and then Finn Balor was going for the pin, and then Smojo comes up right behind and just fucking grabs him like a key.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know?
that was.
So I'm thinking like I'm waiting for like Seth Rollins or someone to come out of the camera angle and just fucking land.
That's what you thought, right? Because they always do the camera angle where you don't know where anyone is.
Yeah, you're just waiting for someone to crash onto Smojo.
And then he passes out.
And then they do like they don't even do the arm thing 1 2 3.
They never do that anymore.
Sometimes they do every now and then, but they just do the one check and cool whatever, and then your pick Smojo winning, going on to the next pay-per-view. It was like 5 weeks now.
See, when I picked it,
5 weeks, we got to build.
When I picked it, and then I seen everyone coming in, and the match started. Like, I didn't really. I was like, oh fuck, that was the wrong pick. Like I felt like it was, and like that's cool. I don't know. That's just kind of cool.
That's cool.
And but
I'm not mad because we have a dream match.
Yeah, I was about to say we both like. I wanted to see it. You were saying it's probably a dream match that we won't see for a while.
The problem with all this is Brock Lesnar willing to play ball?
See, this is the thing, man. Brock Lesnar gets to choose, or maybe not. Does he get to choose?
His opponents? No.
No, not his opponents. When he's gonna wrestle, to an extent.
No, but his contract is the certain dates. So it's like. You are now signing a contract for this year and you get 10 dates.
Okay.
So it's the 10 dates and the WWE decides when to divvy it.
So let me put it this way. Either Brock Lesnar, if he's going to lose it next pay-per-view or whatever, next Raw pay-per-view, Great Balls of Fire.
Doubt it.
Just say he does. And he
he
doesn't want to play ball, let's say. They'll just screw him over. It's the WWE. They fucking do it anyway.
Oh yeah.
They like literally they can get the crowd to turn on someone if they want to. If they're smart enough, they could do it like that.
Different.
And I don't think at this point Brock Lesnar is older. He's pretty subtle. He doesn't like to do too much. He just chills, right? Like,
yeah, he does the suplexes. He gets his shit in. And
yeah, you know, and
goes home to his cougar wife on the farm.
Exactly, and then he doesn't fucking talk to anyone for 6 months or whatever it takes till the next match. Yeah. So it's like.
Dude, well, we haven't seen him since WrestleMania.
For him to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna lose the belt, it's like, whatever, man. Like, people. The guy's rich as fuck. He doesn't.
No, his fucks are long given. But
you know?
It's one of these things where it's like, I would like a TV. I would like a champion that's on TV every week. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, we have something where it's like just people fighting over number one contendership. That's cool, but it's like.
And for a guy to have the ball and not be showing up at all, like, not doing any.
Yeah, well, they have to say the dates. I know. They have Brock coming on Raw. That's a date.
Fine, fair enough. But I'm just saying, if they're gonna do it, at least maybe think about it in the future. Be like, well, are we gonna have Brock maybe this year?
They've done this before, though.
And it's
this is not the first time that Brock's played hardball, where it's like, here's a certain amount of dates. Cool, signs the contract, and then they divvy it up, and then they put the belt on him.
It was like it before.
And then they put the belt on him. And then now they have to sporadically put Brock where they want him to because they only have a certain amount of dates. And then if they run out of dates, then they have to pay him a lot more money because now he's in the position where it's.
You know what? You rich motherfuckers, do it. If it makes a fucking couple extra matches.
But he's the most paid person on the roster.
Well, that's
like
stupid.
John Cena.
That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's so stupid.
But when you
there's people that have been working. There's been people working there. Like, longer than he was there the first time.
Brock Lesnar, if you really think about it, Brock Lesnar was there the night after WrestleMania 18, and he was gone the day of WrestleMania 20. He was there exactly almost 2 hours a day.
And that's what I'm saying.
He was there for 2 fucking calendar years.
There's people there that are still there, probably retiring, or they're doing something back behind the scenes that have been there longer and they're getting paid less. Like, fuck you, you fucking sweaty ass bitch.
Brock comes in for a fucking WrestleMania shot, people's elbows 3 people, or Brock.
I'm on the talk, I sweat all the time.
And he makes more than fucking half the people on the WrestleMania card. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where yes, certain athletes get paid more because they're technically a bigger draw. You know,
and that's why
he brings in other attention from other areas. ESPN, the people from USC that like to not watch unless like they like to. It's name. It's like if Stone Cold Steve Austin started showing up, you get more odds.
It's like, just as soon as he enters, the fucking music that plays.
It's just name.
Just play the beginning of the song right here when I say that. And then mute me.
Okay, cool. So anyways, you won. You're still.
So I am.
Thanks. Flipping over the fake mic.
Don't put it there again, you idiot.
It has to hold up the belt.
I'm the first reigning champion, the Intercontinental Cast Pod champion. Yes, clap. Slow clap.
I want the belt. Okay. All right. So.
It just did it again. Did you see
Two
that?
times in a row. There's a ghost in here.
So yeah.
So next pay-per-view, which is SmackDown pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. We'll be seeing you before them, but that'll be the next review.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks from
Just
now, I'm
the
gonna
love of
lick
the
the
two
belt
fights.
again. I'm gonna lick the belt again when I win.
All right, put the belt down. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's been another When Men Throw Men at Other Men. He is the champion. I am simply just the challenger.
You're just a bitch.
I gotta edit that out.
You're just a jabroni.
All right, keep going. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Have a good week.
Take it easy, buddies. Thanks for watching.
See you in hell.